Hi students, hope you all are well and doing good with these assignments and the video lectures. So today we are again here to discuss further next topics of our management. So now we are going to start with nature of management. Till now we have discussed the meaning, features of management as well as the objectives and importance of management. Now the nature of management. Many times there is a conflict about the nature of management, whether management is a science or an art. Some management experts consider it as a science, while some place it in the category of art. It is a very old and misleading conflict. Before understanding the issue about the nature of management, we are here to understand the meaning of science and art. Students, every subject has two aspects, its theoretical aspect and its practical aspect. Theoretical aspect of any subject is known as science, whereas practical aspect of any subject is known as art. So management is also science and art. Before going to conclusion, we have to discuss management in these different categories. One is management, a science or an art, and next management as a profession. So discussing management as a science or management as an art. So first of all, management as a science. Now before understanding management as a science, first of all we must get a clear meaning of science. Science refers to that systematic body of knowledge which is acquired on the basis of observation and experiments and verification of this knowledge is possible thereon. For example, a person completes his study of engineering. During the course of his study, he gets a complete theoretical knowledge of the subject. His acquiring of knowledge in this manner is a science. Now we are fulfilling the features of science and then implementing these features to test whether management is a science. So first characteristic or feature of science is systematized body of knowledge. Science is a systematized body of knowledge. Its principles are based on a cause and effect relationship. For example, the truth of a mango falling from a tree towards the ground is explained by the scientific law of gravity. Management is also a systematized body of knowledge because it has its own theory and principles which are developed by the management experts after years of research. And second feature of science is principles based on experiments. The principles of science are first developed through observation and then tested through repeated experimentation under controlled conditions, that is in lab we can say. And to test management as a science, when we apply this characteristic of science to management, we find that development of management took years for the collection of facts, their analysis and experiments. In other words, management came into existence because of the continuous and encouraging labor of the theorists and various people concerned in this field. Third feature is universal validity. all the principles of science are based on truth and they can be applied at any time in every situation. Whereas the principles of management are considered to be based on truth and they too can be applied anywhere and in every situation. But the principles of management are not as exact as the principle of science, as their application may not yield the desired results always. That's why management is called a soft science or inexact science. It is called soft science as its principles are not rigid as the principles of natural sciences like physics or chemistry. Now, second aspect, that is management as an art. To understand this concept, first of all, we have to understand the meaning of art. Art refers to the practical application of existing knowledge. For example, when a person, after completing the course of engineering, starts working as an engineer in a company, his work is known as art. Now, whether management is an art or not, we have to clear it with the features of management as an art. And after discussing the features of art, we have to put these features in management to test that management is an art or not. So first feature of art is existence of theoretical knowledge. Art is always based on certain theoretical knowledge. On the basis of this knowledge, one can understand how a particular work can be accomplished. And in the same manner, management is an art as a lot of literature is available in various areas of management like marketing, finance and human resources. Second feature, that is personalized application. The practical use of theoretical needs from individual to individual. Art, therefore, is a very personalized concept. For example, two teachers, two players, two actors or two writers are always differ in demonstrating their art. Now, to test this feature of art in management, managers also apply theoretical knowledge of management differently, depending on how creative they are. Hence, management possesses this feature of art too. Third feature, based on practice and creativity. To get the perfection in art, continuous and creative practice of theoretical knowledge is a must. Just as art can be embellished with the help of practice, in the same way, managerial skill also improves with practice. Every manager has a desire to become a complete expert in his field. They can fulfill their desire by continuous practice. A fully developed manager not only molds the organization according to the changing circumstances, but also has the capacity to change the outward circumstances according to his will. Thus, management possesses this feature of art too. So, to discuss with the features of art, we can say that management is also accepted as an art. Now, as far as conclusion of management is both a science and art. Yes, we can say that management is both science and art. As a science, management provides the necessary guidelines to the managers to achieve practical efficiency with the reference to art management in the form of best work technique helps the managers to face every type of situation successfully. Now next, management as a profession. To understand this concept, once again we have to know the meaning of profession first of all. Profession refers to that economic activity which is conducted by a person having some special knowledge and skill which is used impartially to serve various sections of the society. We are going to discuss the features of profession, and similar way we are also putting these features in management to test whether management is a profession. So first feature of management as a profession, well-defined body of knowledge. All professions are based on desired body of knowledge that can be acquired from education and training. Management is based on a systematic body of knowledge. It has its own principles based on experiments. This knowledge can be acquired at different educational institutes. To provide management education, Indian Institutes of Management, that is IIMs, have been set up in India. Hence, on this basis, management can be accepted as a profession. Second feature of profession is restricted entry. The entry to a profession is restricted through an examination or acquiring an educational degree. For example, a degree in law is essential for joining the law profession. As far as the management is concerned, anyone can be appointed as a manager irrespective of the educational qualifications he is possessing. Hence, on this basis, management cannot be accepted as a profession. Third feature of profession, professional association. The third feature of profession is that it must have a representative professional association which performs so many functions. In India, representative professional associations with regard to professions have already been established, like the Bar Council of India for lawyers, Medical Council of India for doctors, Institute of Chartered Accountants for chartered accountants. Now, to test management as a profession, for managers, All India Management Association has been established. But it is not essential to be a member of AIMA in order to be a manager. Therefore, once again, on the basis of this, management cannot be accepted as a profession. Now next is ethical code of conduct. Members of a profession are bound to follow a code of conduct. By code of conduct, we mean the rules and regulations framed to guide the behavior of professionals. The code of conduct of already recognized professions like law, medical, and chartered accountants, etc. have already been prescribed. Now, as for the management, it is concerned there is no such code of conduct has been laid down. On the basis, it can be ascertained again that management is not at all a profession. The last feature of profession is the very important feature, that is service motive. The main motive of a profession is to serve the society. For example, no doubt a doctor follows his profession for his living, but to ensure that his patients get justice happens to be his chief motive. To test management as a profession, profit maximization may be the basic objective of management, but nowadays it doesn't hold true and fast changing. The social responsibility of management are being stressed upon by increasingly. So from this point of view, there should be no hesitation to accept management as a profession. Then that means management also has service motive to fulfill its social responsibility. So on the basis of today's discussion, it can be said that management does fulfill some of the characteristics of the profession, and some of the characteristics have yet to blossom. In this way, management as a profession in India is still in its infancy, and its development is moving at a slow speed. Now next is functions of management. Now it is the very good question that what are the functions management is operating. It includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So first function is planning. Planning refers thinking beforehand. That is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, by whom it is to do, and how the things will be done. Taking all these important decisions for future is known as planning. Under planning, it is ascertained that what should be done, how it should be done, and who is going to do it. Next function is organizing. Organizing refers to harmonious adjustment of various parts to achieve common objectives. In order to make the first function, that is planning, significant, a structure of roles needs to be framed and sustained. The process of creating this structure of roles is known as organizing. Under this, the whole project is divided into various small jobs. To assign these jobs to designated posts, which will clarify that a particular job will be performed at which post. To unite various jobs into one department, to clarify the rights and duties of employees, to be appointed at various posts. So this is about organizing. This is another next very important function of management. The third function is staffing. Staffing refers filling and keeping filled the posts with people. In planning, ideas are given a written shape. On the other hand, organizing with the objective of converting these ideas into reality prepares a structure of various posts. After organizing comes staffing, which deploys people on these posts so that jobs can be performed. In it, recruitment, selection, placement, orientation of employees take place. Next step is directing. Directing refers to instructing, guiding, communicating, and inspiring people in the organization. It includes supervision, communication, leadership, and motivation. Whereas supervision refers to monitor the progress of routine work of one's subordinates and guiding them properly. Communication refers to an art of transferring facts, ideas, feelings, etc. from one person to another and making him understand them. Leadership, therefore, refers to influence people, that is others who are connected with the managers, in such a manner to do what the leader wants and then to do in the same manner. And motivation refers that process which excites people to work for attainment of a desired objective. It includes financial and non-financial incentives thereon. And last function of management is controlling. Controlling refers to bring the actual results closer to the desired results. That is, to see whether the objectives are achieved in planned manner or not. If these are not achieved, then corrective actions are taken thereon. So this is all about functions of management. Now next, after discussing the functions of management, next very important topic is coordination. Coordination by some experts in the field of management is treated as, that they say that it should be treated as a separate function. But modern theorists, modern experts in the field of management are not treating it as a separate function of management. They are treating it as an essence of management, because coordination brings a harmony among all the functions of management. So, coordination refers to the process through which harmony is established among different activities of an organization, so that organizational objectives can be achieved successfully. It is also known as synchronization of resources. Coordination is the force that binds all other functions of management. It is the common thread that runs through all activities such as purchase, production, sales and finance to ensure continuity in the working of an organization. Its different features are: coordination integrates group efforts. In short, we can say that coordination is related to group effort and not to individual effort. The question of coordination doesn't arise if the job is done by one person only. So there must be some persons. Next is coordination ensures unity of action. It brings a harmony in action. It means during coordinating process, an effort is made to create unity among the various activities. For example, purchase and sales department have to coordinate their efforts so that supply of goods take place according to purchase orders. Coordination is a continuous process. It is never-ending process. The job of coordination is not stopped by performing it once, but its need is felt at every step. So in this way, coordination is a continuous process. It is a pervasive function. Here, pervasiveness refers to that truth which is applicable to all spheres, whether business or non-business organization, and all places uniformly. The nature of coordination is pervasive, like making of timetable in an educational institution. is a very good example of establishing coordination. Next is coordination is the responsibility of all managers. Not only one manager is responsible, every manager working at every level is responsible for performing the job of coordination. It is needed by all the management levels, that is top, middle and lower level management. Next is coordination is a deliberate function. It is never established by itself, but it is a deliberate effort. Only cooperation doesn't suffice, but coordination is also needed. For example, a teacher aspires to teach effectively. This is cooperation. But the timetable is not prepared in the school. This is lack of coordination. In this situation, classes cannot be arranged for. Hence, the effort made by the teacher is meaningless in the absence of coordination. So, these are about the features of coordination. To conclude, cooperation in the absence of coordination may lead to wasted effort, and coordination without cooperation may lead to dissatisfaction among employees. So this is all about the features. Now, coordination is the essence of management. It will be clear that coordination is found in every function of management. In planning, harmony of activities is required. In organizing, again, harmony of establishing reporting relationships and the roles of employees should be required. And in staffing, vacant jobs should be fulfilled and their efforts should be coordinated. So coordination is the essence of management because it is found in each and every function of management. In directing, coordination is also required, and in controlling, to assess the future progress and the present progress and taking the deviations and removing those deviations, in all these activities, again, coordination is required. So on the basis of this, because it is found in every function of management, we can say that coordination is the essence of management, not a separate function of management. Coordination is needed at all levels of management. We had discussed it already. It is the responsibility of all managers. We had already discussed this thing. Coordination is required at all levels of management and is responsibility and function of every manager in the organization. Top level managers need to coordinate with their subordinates to ensure that the overall policies of the organizations are duly carried out. Middle level management coordinates with both the top level and first line managers. And operational level management coordinates the activities of its workers to ensure that the assigned work is proceeding according to the plans which are formulated by senior managers, that is by top level managers. So on this basis, to conclude today's discussion, coordination therefore is not a separate function of management but its very essence. For an organization to effectively and efficiently achieve its objectives, coordination is required. Like a thread in garland, coordination is a part of all managerial functions. So as after discussion, I give you questions for practice to prepare your assignments. Today we are again here with those questions. First question is, management is skillful and personal application of existing knowledge to achieve desired results. Explain. Second question. Is management a science? Give reasons in support of your answer. Question number 3. Coordination is the orderly management or arrangement of group efforts to provide unity of action in the pursuit of a common purpose. In light of this statement, explain the nature of management. Question number 4. What is meant by coordination? Explain any 4 points of its importance. Question number 5. Coordination is needed at all levels of management and it is the responsibility of every manager. Explain how. Last question is, coordination is not a separate function of management. It is the essence of management. Explain with the help of suitable example. Hope you will do it. Okay. Bye.